Today I'm taking Xena through cross country at Majestic Oaks of Ocala. This is the novice course, and since we're actually sitting in first because she didn't hit any rails for once, my goal is to have a soft round and also to make time. So coming to number one, I just allowed her to go forward, and then a little extra support always for number one. They always need like a little bit of extra leg to get through there. I allowed her to kind of softly move forward to number two, and then I kind of settled down and just allowed her to pick her own distance. She jumped it pretty big. She kind of took off like right here and had a beautiful big jump. Coming down to number three, it's kind of like a little downhill and in the shade, so my goal was at that tree right before to put her together. She didn't quite come back 100%, and so then we got like a little chippy distance here, but that was fine. So then we have a little gallop through here across the road into a shark's tooth, and through here I actually expected her to take me a little, and she was kind of looky like, hello, which jump are we going to? So I had to kind of kick her on and be like, nope, we're going straight forward to this next jump. And over the road, I just kind of let her find her way. It did have sand on it, which is nice. And then down to this little shark's tooth, which again, I like tried to stay soft and support what she picked, and she added one. So since she added one there, and I have a pretty big square table coming up, I took that hint and I swung out a little wider and put her together a little bit more, and then staying soft, sent her forward a little bit more just so that she would actually get a good jump over that bigger table. Coming down to the water, we have a little ramp, water, and then a blue like spooky house thing that a lot of times the horses look at it because it's very bright blue and then is open underneath. So here for the ramp, she was great. She was very brave into the water. Like, she's been excellent with water lately. So good girl. And then coming down to this blue thing, this is where they can get spooky. She actually was dragging me to it, so I had to half alter. And then she kind of took off with me a little bit here. So we're heading towards the trailers, we're heading towards home, so I think she kind of was like, goodbye. So I did have to put her together and kind of half halt. But then again, we have a pretty wide steeplechasey sort of bush thing here. So I half halted, but then I kind of allowed her to keep going so she could get across that. So now we're going up the hill away from the trailers. So as you can see, we're not steering. We're drifting out our right shoulder a little bit because we would like to go back to the trailers. But she got over that pretty quickly, so I was happy with her for that. She did switch leads to right lead, but you know, at the end of the day, she's got to figure it out. So I put her together, created a nice soft canter, and then 4 strides to the ditch here. And then I kind of just steered her to the half roll here because I thought, you know, she's kind of dragging me at this point. And then she actually did like take a look at it and jump it pretty sticky. So that's one of those things where it's like, never assume, sit down, put your leg on, make sure you're always supporting, even if they're dragging you. So again, I took that hint. Oh, she looked at it a little bit. So coming down to the next table here, I made a nice curve, tried to make a nice shape, and then I made sure for certain that I sat down and supported her softly over this wider wagon. So she was excellent for that. So I felt like, oh, I can take my little shortcut through here to make time, like cool. And then I was planning on coming down to this ramp quietly, and it's a few strides to a down bank. I asked her to come back. She didn't really want to come back. She started fighting me. I didn't want to pull her to the ramp, so I let her go. And then when I landed, I was like, wait, there's a ramp. And she kind of got mad and ran off to the right here. Sorry, there's a bank. So I pointed her at the bank. I was like, hey, you went sideways, but you still got to go down the bank. And she was like, whoa, a bank. And then she went down it. So that's kind of an issue that we will need to work on in schooling. Like, I need to get her together more before the little baby ramp so that when we do land it and I say, hey, there's a bank coming up, she actually comes back to me and doesn't just get angry that I touched her mouth. So coming towards the end of the course here, she's gotten very bold and strong. So half halting and then allowing her to flow down to this trickaner. We have a little corner after the trickaner. So again, she's been a little bit stronger. So a little half halt, get her together, and then ride her forward to it. She was excellent for that. And then lastly, we have a little bench thing here. So she was really good. So you can see she's fighting me a little because I'm half halting. She got a little less rideable towards the end. Great jump over that, hit the gas, galloped out. We came in at 440. I think optimum was 503. I was super happy with her. She was really brave. Just some small communication things we need to work on, a little more support at some of the jumps for me and a little bit more softness from her, and I think we will be right along our way. So we ended in first place. Really happy with Xena. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.